what is SEO for you? Search engine optimization, yes, it's an obvious answer. But why you need SEO? So now, especially in this kind of era, we realize digital is a very much powerful tool, and in this era also we are getting leads. So
Yeah.
people are reaching out to us and they say, yeah, I want to start my SEO, I want to start my digital stuff, I want to start my paid ads because I want to reach my audience. And yeah, we already realize it's one of the powerful medium, and out of the all digital stuff, SEO has great value. You need to invest a lot of time, energy for that, but yes, it gives result. So here we are going to start with all basics of what is SEO, how it works, etc., and what are the basic key pointers, which is we known as a checklist. So key pointer, keep your mind while you're thinking about SEO. So if you have any basic question around SEO, what is SEO, or why should opt in? So feel free to ask right now, or else I'll move to my presentation.
Okay. There is a question, Jadip. Before
Mhm.
starting, can we have a small brief about TechSol Pro?
Oh, thank you. So never ask a salesperson to pitch you about their company; they'll sell you.
I think it will be very helpful for people to understand that part.
Yeah. So, TechSolver is a complete digital marketing agency. We majorly work with Fortune 500 to startup companies. Startup, we prefer a funded startup. It's not about money, but they have a little better clarity of what they're executing, and that's why they're getting funded. So when we work with lot many startup in past as well. So, but my major reading about it, they keep changing their ideas, and they are into such a scenario. They need to pivoting the things. But SEO is such a process; it takes time. So whenever you're planning SEO activity, you need to plan at least 6 month activities to start with minimum. So whenever we sign up a contract, we try to pitch client, let's say a 1 year contract, because after 3 4 months you'll start seeing some positive side, and then we filter it out, and next 3 months you'll see yes things are moving, and then you'll start getting some results. So that is what at Tipsol Pro we are doing. So we based at Ahmedabad, and we have one office in New York, but which is shut down right now due to the same reason. We are locked down. We have clients across the globe, primarily Mumbai, Pune, Ahmedabad. We have very few clients in Delhi and international clients, especially Dubai and America. So that is our client base. Our core expertise is SEO and paid marketing. We are not very good for with social media like Sahil and his team are doing. So they are doing very better social media. But if project is integrated, we prefer social media. But standalone, we are very good at SEO and paid marketing as an agency. And as Sahil mentioned, I have roughly 20 years experience. So I started my first job in 2001, I guess, or 2000. And since then, so I spent at least 10, 12 years into sales and marketing. And during the same process, I realized digital is going to be, so at that time there is no digital marketing word.
Yeah.
So we call it the internet marketing. So I just realized this is something internet marketing, and this is going to be very big, because in a way it's a sales and marketing and communication thing, but digitally. So that's how I started learning this since 2007 8, I guess. And in 2012, I started this agency. So that's background for Tapesol Pro. If you have any other specific question other than turnover, I'm happy to disclose.
Great. So let us start with the session, and then in between, if we can take some questions, we will.
Sure.
Okay. I
Let-
may hide myself in the session, so
Okay.
don't think that I am not there.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
sharing a screen with you.
Yeah. So if you are able to see Jadip by screen after some time, there is a icon at the bottom where you can show thumbs up and hearts. If you see his screen, do thumbs up. Okay, great. So people are able to see his screen.
People are able to see.
Okay. Yeah. Over to you, Jadip.
Yeah. Thank you. So Sahil already introduced me, who I am. So if you want to be in touch with me, Jaideep Parikh is my common slug. So if you go to Twitter, twitter.com/Jaideep Parikh, LinkedIn, slash JD Parikh, Facebook slash JD Parikh. But I still prefer communication over Twitter or LinkedIn, because Facebook I already have 5,000 friends, and that I want to keep it little personal things. So professional things I keep on LinkedIn and Twitter. So let's connect there if you want to meet, if you want me to connect there. So this is basic what I'm doing. So I run an agency called Tetsal Pro Digital Private Limited. I'm mentor on various incubation boards. So there I especially help startup to grow their ideas, have digital strategy for the startup, etc. I'm official brand ambassador of Hootsuite. Many of you might heard this product, Hootsuite. And I'm an official brand ambassador of various international brand. I help them for India outreach. I used to write article on, I'm still writing, not used to, I'm still writing article on entrepreneur.com, Your Story, SEM Rush, Yahoo, E27, Search Engine Watch, and many other sites. So here I majorly talk about startups, I talk about digital marketing, I talk about YouTube marketing, video marketing, I talk about SEO strategies. I miss one site called Practical E-commerce where I'm talking more about Indian e-commerce scenario to the international platform. So Practical E-commerce is a specific site for e-commerce community, and there I'm more discussing about Indian e-commerce scenario. And I'm an active speaker and trainer. So that's what I am. So when we talk SEO, why you need this SEO? So this is just some quote I found from internet. So majorly when company grows and they start getting funded, so the measurement criteria, especially these days, is number of user or number of traffic or uh, that certain numbers. But most of the cases, especially your if you're online kind of company, so people are more thinking about your number of downloads or number of site visits, etc. So that's why I put it there. So what's SEO for you? So we all know SEO is search engine optimization, but why it is required? So SEO, I keep on saying is SEO is practice of increasing quality and quantity traffic. So whenever we talk with clients, many clients are say, I want to improve my traffic by X%. So few time back we signed up a contract. That site used to have traffic of 4 million visitors. They want to grow to 10 million visitor a month. So we signed up a contract, we did it, but at that time we already clear. I mean, we were not going to send you some junk traffic or traffic which might not useful, or it might have a bounce rate. So I might use some technical words like bounce rate or anything else. If you find any difficulty to understand that words, just put in chat. So once my presentation over, I'll try to explain it. So I just realized bounce rate is little technical word for many of you. So let me explain that first. So bounce rate is when user coming to your site and he or she is not doing any activity and left your site. So Google get that indication. He or she might not find relevant thing, or they find relevant thing which is so easy to consume. So that's why they left the site. In both the cases, it considered as a bounce rate. So when we talk with clients, we try to explain them you need quantity traffic, uh, not quantity traffic, you need quality traffic. So let me share one more example with you. If anybody searching is Nike shoes size 10 red color, so that is very much clear what he or she want to purchase. Perfect size, perfect brand, perfect color. So they're very much clear what they're looking for is. And we used to call this a long tail keyword. So keyword we have multiple search terms. So when users searching long tail keywords, they are probably very much sure what they are looking for. And if you are ranking for that keyword, you will get high conversion rate. In e-commerce, you might able to sell the things. In B2B, you might able to get more leads using that platform. So that's what your quality traffic can do. So whenever we talk with clients, we try to explain you. Whenever you are doing SEO, focus more on quality traffic, not quantity traffic. And because quality traffic will help you to gain more conversion for this. So before jump into this, let me show you a video. Okay, Google put it. This is the latest one.
Jaideep, if you can increase the volume of the video, that would be great.
Okay,
People are not able to hear that.
it stopped.
No worries. I think you all can see the captions at the bottom and maybe read from that. Sometimes this happens in live video. Jaideep, if you can explain the video while it is playing, that will be great for
Sure.
as people are not able to hear that.
Okay.
So
So what
while
I
it is
do?
playing, yeah, while it is playing, maybe you can explain them what the things are. So as audio is not there.
Okay. So what I will do? Let them see the video first. I'll replay it and then I will rhythmatic explain them.
Okay.
So that's it. So how search works? So without an audio, with it just the text box under the, I mean, metadata, you try to understand this video. But let me replay this video and let me explain side by side. So this is again a presentation skill. So if I play video and I try to explain side by side, your mind will so curious to see what is the next slide, what is the next video things. That's why I played the entire video, so you have basic things in mind what you already seen it. And now let me explain. So I'm replaying the video. So they're saying how search. So they try to explain us how search works, and they are just try to very minimized version of. So here they are showing if you are searching recipe or lasagna, so what kind of search result you will get it. So let me refresh this keyword and let me ask if you are searching for Java. So what kind of Java comes in your mind? Anyone? When we say Java, what kind of Java comes in your mind? Language, yes. Programming, yes. JavaScript, yes. So it's all technology, right? If you categorize it. But you already seen Java technology logo, which is a coffee. Abhishek, I like it. I mean, I'm coming to your point as well. So Java is a brand of coffee as well, and that happens to be at the Java Island. So Google is a algorithm called Rank Brain. So that algorithm will determine when you search what exactly you are looking for on web. So in this case, you are searching. So in this example, they want to explain if you're searching lasagna, so you probably searching for the recipe because certain assumption you previously you might search recipes before or your search query search pattern is around it. So when you're searching on the web, so there two things are happening. So one, Google, so whatever data you are getting, so they are not live data. So as you see in this graphics, there are millions of page already crawled and saved in Google servers. So whatever data Google serves, they're serving from their own servers. That is not live data. So if you are publishing blog posts right now, so there is hardly very less possibility they will start appearing on search results. Until unless you're a very big site and you keep updating your kind of news site or your kind of video site, you keep updating information very fast every day. So in case of Times of India, yes, it might take few seconds to get it crawl and get it appear on Google search. But in other cases, there are very less possibility you are able to see your site in fraction once you live the page. Because Google, as this example explain you, so they are indexing entire web and they are saving the data to their own tables. So let me assume I am assuming you all know Excel, and in Excel we are trying to save number one, number two column wise, right? So let's assume I'm little going technical. So if page is abc.com/123 your page, then you are talking about 123 on that page. So what is title tag of your page? What is other data? What images are there? What caption, image name are there? What alter tag of that image? What other information mentioned on page? What are the links mentioned on that page? What are internal links? What are external links? I know I'm going little more technical, but that requires to understand. So here in they try to explain what lasagna. Lasagna, you might be searched their history. You might be searched. So they show one scientist. His last name was Lasagna, or few other things around lasagna. But you're hungry and you are looking for recipe. So that rank came into picture, and this is how they are determined. So in Java example, Abhishek said there is a song called Mud Java, Mid Java. So that is also Java. But there is very rare possibility. In case of Abhishek, it might show Mud Java, Mid Java. But in our normal case, because I read his uh, professional things and he's a musician, so there is little possibility he might get Mud Java, Mid Java. But for us, we generally get technology Java. So this is how search works. So when you are searching, so you're searching, uh, let's have keyword call based marketing summit online. So what Google exactly do is, so they try to check. So based is a superlative word, so they will ignore that word marketing conference online. So they'll try to go to that database. They'll pick up all the pages which you have marketing online conference. So they, any page who have either of one word, so they will summarize that page, and out of that page they'll try to check what pages are having. So let's assume any page is having marketing conference online, so they got roughly 10 crore pages, and out of the 10 crore, which pages are having exact same sequence or all three words in that. Out of 10 crore, that might be 10 lakh pages which are having all three words. After that, Google reshuffle that and try to understand, try to check which are the exact which are the pages having exact three like marketing online conference. So they will reapply algorithm that, and they might have 100 or 1000 pages for that. And after that last 100 or 1000 pages, they will apply roughly 200 parameters. Based on that parameters, they'll assign you what top 10 result you will see. So now they are explaining you how this result works and what are the. So they use hundred of parameters, but as an experience, yeah.
Jaideep, screen is not shared. You can share it once again. The screen sharing is stopped.
Okay. Good to go now.
Yeah, visible.
Yeah. So here they are explaining what kind of 200 parameters might be there. So whatever keywords you are using in your page, which kind of backlinks you are getting from for your page here. So again, your location, search history, your search intent as well. So this all makes sense for when anybody is searching for your result. So this is, I guess, this major stuff for how search engine works, and based on this, you now have little better idea how search engine works. Because if you want to crack anything, we need to understand the process first. So if you are understanding the process right, there are high probability you will able to do SEO. So I keep on saying there are 200 parameters. So what are they? So I'm not going to discuss 200 parameters because I'm not able to finish in 1.5 hour, and we already have 4:30. So I'm planning to have 30 more minutes to drive this presentation and 30 minutes for question answer. Sounds good, Sahil? Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let's drive it.
it's good to go.
So yeah. So these are I mentioned all this stuff here. So what are the basic things you should keep in mind when you are doing SEO? And basics are not so basic. So Steve Jobs once said, "Simple is very complex." So here in also basic is very complex. So clear messaging should be there. So whatever page your user are coming in. So when you are focusing SEO for your home page or certain pages, when user coming to your site, there must be clear messaging. And we are planning to design our site, and my friend Kumar, I guess he is also listening me. So we are discussing some communication message for home pages, what communicate message should be there. So your messaging should be very much clear what exactly you're doing. So TitSolver might be new to many of who are coming to our site, and if they don't have any idea what TitSolver is all about or what that certain page is all about, so I might mislead. So clear messaging is very much essential there, and it should be like short and sweet. I mean, to understand what exactly your page is all about, and still it's not too long. People will get bored. So understanding messaging and communication is tricky thing, but yes, you need to do that if you want to rank higher and if you want to get more conversion once you start ranking for that certain keywords. Responsive design, I assume you all know. So in India, we are having higher mobile user compared to broadband users, and this is scenario across the globe. People are using more devices, especially iPads, tabs, and mobile devices to serve the internet. And if your site is not responsive, your site is not mobile friendly, your site is not iPad friendly, it might not look good on their devices, and they might close the site. So you might miss a possible lead. Plus, if I say SEO context, so Google already declared, so they are going to be mobile first. So that was my third point as well. So Google already is doing mobile first. So they will crawl your site based how your site looking on mobile devices. So if you're hiding some text on mobile, so you might not rank for certain keywords. So you must have a responsive design for your site, and with responsive, your site should be user friendly as well. Why user friendly? Because it should be easy to navigate, it should be easy to understanding, and you need to understand language well. So let me give one example. You must be knowing word called customized, but if you're trying to British audience, so they prefer word called bespoke compared to customized. So if you're targeting UK, if you're targeting Australia, I'll suggest to use word bespoke. For example, bespoke solutions more compared to customized solution. So this is a basic difference when we see user-friendly design plus content, and you must have so that two free tool by Google, which is Google Analytics and Google Webmaster. Google Webmaster now coined as a Google Search Console, but still people who are old school, they keep on saying Webmaster and keep on writing Webmaster in their slides. So sorry for that. It's now known as a Google Search Console. So this is very tricky part, especially we as a Indians, and English is not our first language. So we try to find shortcuts for content. And during the journey, I have n number of example. People try to prank Google. So first, whenever I'm saying no copied content, so there is a real life scenario. So we are discussing with one of our prospect, and they're saying, okay, we have 10 competitors, so let's copy first paragraph about. So they want to write about us page. So we are into similar things. So if I copy two paragraph from one competitor, two paragraph for other competitor, one paragraph for third competitor, and so on and so forth, will it be my content unique? So what's the answer for it? Is it unique? No, it is not. So Google is able to understand if you have copied one line as well, so they are able to make it out. And there is possibility you might get penalty as well. So that is not 100% proven. So in certain cases, people are using copied content and they are able to manage ranking as well. But there are very few cases. So broadly, you will get penalized not today, then tomorrow, then, if not tomorrow, then day after, but you'll get penalized for sure. So I'll advise not to do copied content if you want. If you are in certain industry and you are to write certain things, try to get a good content writer who can human rewrite. So because so for example, if you want to list Apple iPhone 11, so if you talk about iPhone 11, they have a fixed size of camera lens, they have fixed kind of features there. How you can make it unique? Because features are same. So site A, site B, site C, all are going to list the same feature because that product is having same features. So in that case, how beautifully you craft that and how beautifully you are mentioning that, that make more sense. So this is how you should use content. So no big for copied content. Uh, those who are technical who might understand heading tags. So heading tags are the CSS things and to define you can define between h1 to h6. So if you are mentioning that heading text, so h1 is you can use only once in a page. So what are the main part of a page, so you mention in h1 and h2 h3 h4 respectively. So different part of your blog or different part of your site, so you can mention like that. So you need to. So I just explain you US English, UK English, lift elevators, kilometer miles. So these are very basic example of your native content.
Jadibhai,
Yeah,
can you share your screen again? It has stopped. Sorry for that. Extremely sorry.
no, no, it's fine. But you keep prompting because I'm not able to see that video screen.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever it is the case, I will let you know.
For sure. We're back now. So you understand this is not copied content. So this is copied presentation. I given this presentation in different webinar as well. So that might be possible. They stop my screen. Sal, is it the case?
Definitely, that is not the case because my content is copied a lot. I will
So
remain here. Yeah.
yeah, so native content. So you need to understand the nitty gritty of content. So there is very famous example of Coca-Cola when they launch in Middle East. So so there are giant hoarding there. So a person was exhausted due to heat and all that stuff. He want refreshment, so he drank Coca-Cola, and he was refreshed. And that was a big disaster. And then they realized they read left to right. So person who is very fresh drank Coca-Cola and exhausted. So you need to understand these small things, what geolocation you are focusing on, which kind of target audience is there. So on that basis, you need to plan your content. So if you are focusing on US clients, so you might write on your homepage, you are fucking awesome. But if you're targeting Britishers, they might see, or even Indians, they might say, oh my God, this is so offensive. So that things happens in real life, and we see this. We work with various kind of national, international client, and we see this stuff. So few things are very obvious. So for example, we are an international client. So we have clients in San Francisco. So whenever he came late for a Skype call, 2 minute even or 3 minute even, he apologized for at least 2 minutes. And in India, I mean, 5-10 minutes is very general. I mean, generous for us. I mean, if you're late by 5 minutes, I mean, nobody care. In fact, we won one contract, so we went on time for a meeting, and he said, "You are the only agency came on time." So I'll give plus 10 mark for you. And eventually we won that contract as well. So, I mean, that story apart, but you need to understand the native content why. LSI, what is LSI? You can Google it. So in normal scenario, LSI is synonyms. So if anybody searching a digital agency, digital company, a digital marketing firm, or digital marketing agency, so all are synonyms. So in technically we call as the LSI keywords. So when you're planning to design your content, you need to understand the LSI things as well. And you need to not focus only one keyword. So if I write we are digital marketing company, we are digital marketing company, we are digital marketing company, not like that. When you are talking about things, some places you talk we are digital marketing company, some places talk we are digital marketing agency, some taking your digital marketing service providers kind of stuff. So that is all LSI. And that slight variation in your keyword, slight variation in your search terms. And in that video you already seen there are at least out of 7 queries, 1 query is unique, which is not searched before. So you need to keep IL as well, which possible. So before, if I say in January, where hardly people were searching about coronavirus, or if I say not January, let's assume last September, so that nobody was searching for coronavirus. But now that is one of the highest search terms. Or before Modi ji declared lockdown, lockdown was not discussed term as well. Work from home even. So this is all new keywords coming in search for if I say technical stuff. So you need to understand the LSI part of it, and you need to when you're talking with your content team, when you're talking with your if you're outsourcing your content, so your content partner. So you need to explain them what are the so whenever we work with clients, we try to write something for new industry. For example, we are working with one manufacturing company, so they are making certain parts for AC industry. If I say in AC, there is a technology called I just forgot the technology name. So they're very niche technology. So when we started working it, we used to make lot many mistakes because for us there is industry is very new. But within 2 months we are able to understand the technology. So they invited us their factory as well. They explain all that stuff. So that is called VRV technology. So which is that is how inverter AC came into place. Then that is specially industrial stuff. So we try to understand, and before making anything live, we send content approval to client just to make sure we are not making any technical mistake. Technical as in industrial stuff. If I write something wrong, or we use some branded, which is a trademark keyword in their content, so they might get penalty, or that XYZ brand can sue them using trademark word. So when you are working with new clients, you need to understand that if you are not good at content or if you're not good at industry things, so I'll advise you to take consent from your client first, or explain him or her what content you wrote or what content wrote by your team. So that's for content part. So on page, what is on page?
Jadip, can you share the screen?
Okay.
I think there is some bug. We will try to resolve it. Yeah, it's visible now.
Okay. So there are some on page things. So if I try to simplify what is on page, so any activity you are doing with your site, that is all on-page activities. So the basic thing is title tag and meta tags. So when you're searching, so let me search something for you. Okay, let's search a brand name. It's also so this is title tag, and when you're opening site, it comes in this here. This is title tag, and this is meta description. So this both will determine how CTR is click through rate. So any user clicking on this listing, or what are possibility. They will read this first. They will read this even. And apart from this, Google also going to read it and Google going to judge based on this thing. By the this is our New York office address, and our both offices are temporarily closed due to Corona things. So let's coming back to title tag, meta tag. So this is very crucial part. And based on this, so in general life, when you are going to any shop and you try to read that banners or hoardings mentioned on this shop, so that is that title tag, meta tags. Canonical URL. It is very technical terminology, but if I want to say in layman language, so if your site is in multiple version, so which version Google should consider? So for example, if your site is in HTTPS and non-HTTP version, so which version Google should rank? So we are telling using canonical URL. It is little tricky and technical. If you're not able to understand, skip it. Try to Google it and read by your own. But if you're in SEO, that matters the most. But if you're not in SEO, leave it. You talk with your SEO service provider, your SEO team. Are we our site is in canonical URL or not? And they will explain. Image optimization, which is again tricky part. So when you're searching, let's say you're searching Aishwarya Rai Red Sari. So how come Google understand? Because Google is not able to read the images, but how are they so accurate with that result? So that is due to image optimization. So when you are posting any image on web, especially on a landing pages, so few common mistakes we are doing. First is we are not naming it right. So it might be logo1.jpg for us. So uh, ideally it should not be logo1.jpg. It should be TapesAllPro logo or TapesAllPro.jpg. Second, we are not doing alter tags. What is alter tags? So that tags available in HTML, so where you can define what is image all about. So you need to mention that this is TapesAllPro logo. This is, for example, I write a guide on page factors. So how to do on page was my block writer. So my image name or my image all take something around how to do on page or on page factors or on page ideas kind of stuff. Third, we are not, I already said mobile responsive side. So if you are just think you are any user using data 4G connection and he or she wants to open your site and your image size is 10 MB size. So that is going to harm your page loading speed and that is also going to harm your SEO ranking eventually. So your image should be optimized in size as well. Ideally, it should be in KBs, possible 2-digit KBs, if not 3-digit KBs, but not more than that. So lesser is better. There are tools available. You can reduce the image size without harming the quality of image. There are a lot many metadata in image. So if we can able to remove that metadata, then also your image size will be reduced. And after unknown things, many of us understood what is metadata in video and images. So next point I want to discuss internal and external links. So and again in simple word, whatever we are linking to our own site or same URL, that is all internal links. We are linking to different site, that is external links. So if I am writing, so I wrote one article about Barnacle SEO, which is also one thing. So uh, for that, I try to link Wikipedia page, so that is external, and I try to link our search engine page, which is internal link. You need to give me 1 second, Sahil.
Yeah, I just joined, so that if we can have if you can answer her, that will be great. Well, she
Okay.
is there. Yeah,
Okay. Give me 1 second. My daughter keep on
yeah,
calling,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and just give me 2 minutes.
Yeah. Everybody, Jaideep will be just back. Till that time, I will suggest you all to write your questions in the question and answer segment, and we will be taking up the questions in a while. Okay, so write your questions in Q&A segment. Okay, and this is what happens when you are working from home and when you have kids around. So this is something that we all need to understand. Everybody else, whenever we are in future planning for work from home things and to do things like that, this will happen for sure. So this just makes us more human, I think. We have a lot of questions already. Karna Patel has asked one. Okay. Yeah, we have that. Jadip bye. Hi Jadip, can you hear us?
Yeah. Hi. Yes, yes, I can. Sorry for that, and that is the advantage of working from home. Okay, I guess let's take some points before. I mean, let's take some question. So Vikas is asking what is crawler. So whatever, I mean, so Vikas, crawler is a program so which crawl your site. So it is known as a crawler. It is also known as spider. It is also known as a robots. So anything people are saying spiders, robots, crawlers. There's technically it's a program which crawl data across the site, across the web. So Dapat is asking what is significant of schema.org. So when we talk about SERP page, so SERP again technical word search engine result page. So you might seen some different listings. So in video you see lasagna, the recipe things. So that is all coming by schemas. So and there are various schemas. I mean there are I guess 400 plus schemas. So based on your site, if you are e-commerce, if you are recipe site, if you are normal organization site, so you can use various schemas. So Naman, it plays a very great role. It eventually improve your CTR and so your ranking. Thanks Ham for explaining LSI. Voice is freezing. Palak is asking, are you using Google Chrome? Yes, I am using Google Chrome, Palak. Perfect. So if you have any question, keep ask me. I'm just reading out keyword search outcome with most commonly viewed pages. Okay, I guess I gone through most of the questions. Still, Sahil, if any other medium people are asking question on LinkedIn or other medium, feel free to ask me. Sahil, you're not audible. I'm not sure my personal is that powerful. Screen stop that sharing. Sahil is muted again.
Yeah. So is it audible now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. So I think we will have to shift to some other technology. That is for sure.
So that is a technical glitch, or my personal is so powerful. This is happening.
That might be also the case. That okay. So Jadibhai, we are having a lot of questions in the chat in the question segment, which is on the right hand side,
Okay.
just below the chat box.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first question I think we have covered. Before starting, we can have a small brief about Tetsol Pro. Let us move on to some other questions. And as I think it is already 4:55, let us start with Q&A. And then maybe
Perfect.
if there are more questions that people would like to hear, they can post them. So the first question is by JP Chaudhary. As an MBA aspirant, I want to know how to start gaining knowledge about SEO and its practical usage. So I think I also had the same question. So
So,
where should somebody who is starting today in the field of SEO should start from? So what is something that you will suggest them? So if you want to start today, what are the things?
Mr. Chaudhary, if I say very bluntly, a job नहीं मिलेगा यार. You are being MBA and now marketing is all about digital marketing. And if you talk digital, there are only two things, paid and organic. So paid again, you can burn money, but in organic, the only SEO, and Facebook already died organic. So the only option left is the SEO. So I'll suggest you should start learning as early as possible. And some resource you want to see, you try to Google beginner SEO guide by Moz. So that is one of the best resource for if you want to start basics learning SEO. Try to read that. So they're a very lengthy document. Try to read it. Uh, there are few tools or few options available. SEOers Academy, so you can check that videos. HubSpot is also having a few videos and I guess certification as well for SEO and content marketing. So you can do that even. And of course, feel free to ping me if you have any queries. I'll try to help based on my time. So many time happens I keep on saying if you want question, ask me out, and I got busy something and I'm not able to answer them. And they say, "Tab to bol rahe the." Now they are not responding.
No, but understand that fact. I will like to reiterate the things that Jaideep is saying. Most of the speakers that we have today are working on their things also, and they are serving a lot of clients at their point also. Okay, so understand that fact. Here, why we give this opportunities for this 1 hour, they have they are completely for you. But after that, are I think they have their own commitments also, so we should respect that part also. They will revert, that is for sure, because most of the speakers I know, they don't have any emails, so they don't have 1,000 emails in their inbox. Okay, so most of the people I know don't have that thing there, so they revert back to everybody, but do give them some time and don't just nag them every day in that way. Okay, yeah. So Moz and other things are there. You can do HubSpot certification. Jadiva is just for the clarity of people who are listening. Are these certifications free or are they paid?
So I guess few of them free, and currently many like Moz also have a video series as well, which was paid,
Yeah,
but they made it free
in the
during
lockdown
this
period.
lockdown period.
Yeah,
So because that same thing happening in US as well, and
true,
people are working from home. So
true.
one of my friend is Craig Campbell. So he's from UK, London. So he also offer his course free. So he's that is technically chargeable before lockdown or something, but
Okay,
now he's made it free there his courses as well.
okay,
So you need to Google it, and there are plenty of courses free right now. So use your time wisely.
understood. So the next question is using keyword in FAQ section of an e-commerce website useful for ranking? That's a very specific question. It
It's
is by
very
Sanket
specific.
Patel.
Yeah, Sanket. So FAQ, as a FAQ, if you're using FAQ with FAQ schema, it might help. But if you are doing keywords just for spamming the content or just to make sure multiple time you are mentioning your product or the thing you want to sell, it might not help. But if you're using wisely and if you're using, I mean, making user friendly and content friendly and Google friendly, it might help.
Okay. Uh, Nandini has a question. She has pursued a lot of few online courses regarding SEO, and she is asking. She has theoretical concepts also of the same, but she does not have a practical knowledge. And can you suggest how can she gain that knowledge?
So Nandini, there are two ways. You make some your online things, make your own website, or start with even Blogspot, a free blog on WordPress.com or blogger.com. Try to implement that, or else talk with people like me, Sahil, and get an internship in their company, which might be paid free. But if you are working hard, they might give you a chance. But you need to prove yourself to get internship in bigger agencies.
Yeah,
So there are two ways. So you can choose anyone.
yeah, great. So for practicals, I think most of the people who will be having doubt because SEO is something that when you work on that, then only you understand those few things. Because just reading SEO parts, I think you won't understand a lot of things because Google also changes a lot of things with time. So if you have that experience, then only you will be able to do that.
So Google make us, I mean,
Yeah.
very savvy reader as they keep changing their policies.
True. So before we take few more questions from others, I had some. So what are the basic myths around SEO that people have? So there will be a lot of people who will be coming to you and telling you these are the things that we want, these are the things. So what is the basic misconception that people have in their mind, and if you can share some so that our people also can understand that these are the things which we should not have while doing SEO or for SEO in a way.
So anybody can give guaranteed ranking. So all people who are offering guaranteed ranking, they have special terms with Google. Nobody has special term with Google, not even us. So we write in bold and red font in our proposal. We are not giving any guarantee for ranking because ranking are very subjective based on Google policy, and nobody owns Google other than Larry Page and Sergey Brin,
Hmm.
and they ain't are my friends. So so we are offering guaranteed ranking. They're spamming you, and
Okay.
you are going to lose your money for sure. Second, SEO is very easy activity. You need to spend 2,000 rupees a month or 5,000 rupees a month, and you'll get the result. So that is also mean, because even if you write content for one page, people are charging bomb. People are charging 1 rupees per word to 10 rupees per word, depends on your uh,
Technical and other things.
technical and other
Yeah.
things. So if you just assume you want to write 500 words article, which is very basic, we generally suggest 2,000 word article. But let's assume 500 word articles, and the list is 1 rupees or 2 rupees. So that costs you 1,000 rupees if you're picking up 2 rupees per word.
Yeah.
So if anything else is cheap compared to other mediums. So if you're planning to TV ads, SEO is cheap. If you're planning to newspaper ads, SEO is cheap. But if you're thinking it will cost you few thousand rupees, it's a myth.
Okay.
Third, SEO gives very fast results. So I have very good connection with Google. I'll call them, and within 2 3 days your ranking will be up. But keyword might be Abadaba Jabba Ahmedabad. So nobody's searching that keyword. So for that keyword, yes, of course, I can give you ranking in 1 day or even couple of hours. But you talk about ROI, you talk about ranking. Are you doing lead after that? Uh, who are the people who search Abadaba Jabba Ahmedabad? None of us. So in that cases, yes, people might scam, and I seen. I mean, I should not name them on live screen, and you are going to record it. Of
Yeah.
course not. But yes, people are scamming like that. I mean, people are say you will get ranking within a week or 10 days or month. So any good keyword you will take at least 2 to 3 months if you're putting your all best efforts to see the result. Before that, you can, yes, you can see some things are going in right direction, but not the final result.
Okay. So, extending some question on this side. So,
Hmm.
what should be the general timeline that one should expect to get this? Well, you said 2 to 3 months for a good keyword, but there is a question from Akshita also. So, if client is asking for 10 to 20 keywords to rank on the top
Hmm.
in 2 months, and client is not concerned with what kind of backlinks are you bringing, or you are using long tail keywords, he just wants results. So, how should we handle those clients?
So, Akshita, I mean, you need to talk about ROI. I mean, so when you are doing SEO, you are doing for entire site. It's not limited to 10 or 20 or 1,000 keywords. So we are managing some clients. We are tracking at least 5 to 10,000 keywords for that. We are just tracking that keyword. So I just say we are working with one client. They are having 4 million visitor a month. So you just assume how many keywords or how many page we need to do. So it's not about ranking 10 keywords. As I said, Abba Dabba Jab Ahmedabad and few more variation, so you can make it 20 keywords. But if you're signing this client after 2 months or 3 months, he will ask, yeah, ranking aa gaya, but we are not getting leads, we are not getting business. So you're not able to renew this kind of clients. So let's stop cheating ourselves and let's stop cheating client as well. Yes, as a human, we are greedy, we need more business, but ethics helps in long run. So if clients say try to educate their clients, it is not possible, and try to give the same example. Say, sir, I will rank you for your industry or your brand name. So many times we see in clients they are not ranking for that brand name as well. So in that case, we say, sir, आप तो brand name पे भी rank नहीं हो रहे. So let's talk about that first. Let's forget other keywords. So try to educate them, try to help them to understand, send some blogs So I own a, so my personal site is jaideepbaba.com. So I published an article few time back, I guess, I, during this lockdown period as well. Why leading agencies can't ranking for guaranteed ranking? They can't surety for guaranteed ranking. So try to send this kind of article when they're asking for guarantee or when they're asking for faster result. So somebody might have wrote article on this point. Nobody can rank in 2 months because if and try to explain. So if for example, if you need 5,000 rupees or if you need $5,000 to rank certain keyword, you burn it 1 month, you burn it 6 months, you burn it 12 months. So you need minimum threshold time. So if you purchase paid links from across the site, you might able to rank in 2 or 3 months for that keyword. But do they have that kind of budget?
Understood.
Because everyone want to say we want faster and we want cheaper, but generally in service industry they both things are not going hand in hand.
Very true.
Either you will get fast, you will get cheap. No, you will get cheap, that is not fast. You will get fast, that is not cheap. So you
Okay.
need to educate the client.
So I think there is a very good approach that I think I learned today from you is sending in blogs and links. So it will give them a social proof kind of thing that yeah, what you are saying is backed by a lot of big people also in that way.
Exactly.
So this is something which I learned in this session. Let us take Vaidesh's question. Vaidesh Shukla is asking every institute for an example and as an educational institute. Is it possible to optimize the site without spending much? I I think Jaideep Bhai is already consulting a university, and he might be able to help you out in this. So, according to spending, Vaideh, if you can ask what kind of spending are you looking at? So that will be also great. But Jaideep Bhai, if you can answer,
Yeah. So she's saying without spending.
yeah, without spending, spending
Uh,
much is the thing at the end.
spending much. So
Yeah,
whether it depends on much. So what is your much? Your much and my much might be different. Your university might be different. But yes, it is possible. But you need to understand resource aligned. So when we talk about education institutes, so we work with many universities. We are helping them to generate leads. We are helping them to online branding and other stuff. So what we are doing when they say we want to cut down budget for this quarter or etc. So we try to take help the faculties. We try to get help from that student network etc. for social media and few other things. So yes, if you're able to plan well and if you're able to, so either you need to spend money, either you need to spend resources. So in that case, we try to get resources from their own network, and we are able to do it. But that is not possible in all cases. You need to spend some money. But if you want me to answer in yes or no, yes, that is possible. But you need to apply better strategies for that.
true. So I think whenever you SEO or organic reach, in our case also, we are
Exactly.
also facing that thing. So either you have to spend some money or you have to spend your human resource at that. So if our human, as an agency, if our human resource is being spent, it will be costing you a lot. So as Jadibhai said, that for a college, using the students or the faculty network, that will also help a lot to bring down the cost of the company that you are outsourcing things to. So, Prakshik has a question: role of machine learning in SEO field, a present or future aspects that you would like to
So
discuss.
Prakshit is already there. I mean, so I'm not talking about future. It's already there and it's already old now.
Okay.
So the rank brain I was talking about is all about machine learning, all about AI. So they start learning your search pattern. They start learning your even if you're owning Android and you go to Google Maps, there is option you can see your travel history.
Yeah.
So Google knows where you're traveling as well. So, and this all machine learning. So, based on your travel history, based on your search pattern, based on your sites you're visiting, because if you're using Chrome, they are dropping cookies. Based on all this, they try to understand your persona and they try to deliver result like that. And that's why we feel our results are so perfect. Whatever we are searching, Google is able to deliver it. That is just due to machine learning and AI.
Okay. And will there be automation at the end of writing content and those kind of things? Have you seen there in the industry? So suppose for marketing ads, Facebook ads, there are a lot of tools which help us in bidding and those kind of things. Google ads also, there are tools which help us in bidding. So will are you seeing anything of that sort where people are able to generate content around a keyword and those kind of things through those things?
So there are plenty of tools available for content generation, but they can't beat humans because a tool might not give you emotion. Tool might not give you call for action. Tool might not able to understand the scenario well. So they are just replacing the word. And as I explained, LSI, Google will catch that things, and Google might consider as a duplicate content, and there is a possibility you'll get penalized as well just due
Oh,
to duplicate content.
yeah.
So
So
automation for content is not advisable, but automation for certain other things, like if you're getting lead and then you email sequence automation, that is very much advisable.
okay. Extending this question, I had a thing. So you have worked with a lot of clients in past. I think you are active for last 20 years. So what is one or two things that you have seen, which is a common problem that most of the people have with their websites, or most of the people have with when they get on, you get them on board for their SEO needs.
So clarity. So for example, if I say we are working with e-commerce site, they are one of the giant in certain categories. So I'll not name that category, but virtually, okay, let's virtually assume they are into fashion wear for females and
Okay.
especially ethnic wears.
Can we
So
take the example of Biba so that people understand?
yeah, kind of, yeah.
Though, yeah. So just to clarify, Biba is not the client. We are just taking it example so that you can understand it more with a
Right.
practical
So
sense.
if we are talking with Biba or any other company, so first they'll say we want to rank for sari, we want to rank for salwar kameez. So that is very common myth. But then I will ask, when you are searching sari, are you want to purchase a sari? There is search intent in your keyword. If anybody is searching salwar kameez, he or she, I mean, they might be foreigner, they might be want to understand what is sari, what is salwar
Yeah.
kameez, or that might be in different context altogether. They are PhD scholar and they are doing research on sari. That is very much possible. But when users searching buy sari online or some sari from some certain films or certain serials, that is little more possibility. There is little more search intent. If they are searching explicitly buy saris, so they 100% they want to purchase saris online, but not before that. So that is most common problem. People are not able to identify right keywords for that product or services. So as an agency, we don't want to rank for SEO keyword anytime. We want to rank for SEO agency or SEO service provider kind of keywords.
Okay.
Plus with location. So if anybody is searching SEO agency in New York or SEO agency in Ahmedabad, we love to rank for that keyword. But if anybody is searching SEO agency from some interior part of India, we might not, because they might not be able to afford it, our
True.
services, and that's why we don't want to rank for that. So that is generally human term. We want to be everywhere, but
Yeah.
ideally, whenever our client says all are my target audience, we try to drop that case.
So that is a common problem which we have been seeing across. So for organic, they want traffic, even if it is not relevant. Then also they need that kind of traffic.
Exactly.
Yeah, got it. So Karna is having a question. If we clear history and cache memory, does search engine start searching from scrap, or Google stores the user wise data somewhere?
No, I'm
It is
not
a
able
quote.
to. Your question is little confusing, Kern. If you can rephrase and ask me.
I can maybe try my
Yeah,
hand on
please.
that. Maybe he's asking. So if as a user I am Sahil Shah, so I use my email ID and then I delete all my data
Hmm.
and everything. So and then I start again as a fresh on
Hmm.
internet. So is the user data stored somewhere with
Hmm.
Google, or it will
No,
be
no.
a start
It
fresh?
will start fresh.
Okay, okay. But I think it will be used for patterns. That is for sure, but not for you.
Hmm.
Your story will be starting again. Okay. Nachiket is asking, does image file name matters when alt tag is defined as well?
Yes, it matters. So it helps. So it doubles the effort. So if my file name is tetsolpro.jpg and my alt tag should be tetsolpro logo, ideally.
Understood.
My file name might be ashwarai.jpg, but Ashwarai and sari or Ashwarai and red sari ideally should be alter tag. So alter tag defines what exactly image is all about. Your image name is told what image it is there.
Okay. And does ranking in Google Images help a website in a way? Because sometimes people see random things also.
So
So,
it depends on your industry. So in
okay.
B2B, it might not help much. In B2C or certain visual kind of the Biba example we took. So in
Hmm.
case of Biba, there are very good image
Yeah.
ranking in sari. That probably they will user might purchase that sari as well. But
Okay.
in mine or your case, if you are able to rank for SEO or SEO agency, people might not give us leave. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
depends
Very
on
true.
industry.
Very true. Other thing was, I had a question.
Mhm.
In general sectors, like suppose we had a college segment or as an educational segment, then we have e-commerce companies. Then we have B2B. Some B2B. Some companies are there which are into machines and those kind of. What is the average timeline that you feel, or what is the ROI that they should jump after or look after? So suppose for a B2B company, I think leads might be something that they should be focused on rather than what they are getting. What is your opinion on all the 3, 4 segments that we discussed today so that people get more clarity?
So, if I say broadly in B2C, your visibility traffic, so some tangible, some intangible targets are there. And B2C or larger segment, they are focusing on that. In case of B2B, they are majorly focusing on leads. They are not even considering any other than leads in many
Okay,
cases. So
understood.
that is there, and in all generic, it depends on their objective. So we try to, before signing a contract, we try to ask client what are the KPIs, why you want to get ranked for yourself.
Understood. So I think this is a very important thing which most of you must understand. KPIs are very important whenever you are dealing with some clients or you are doing something in this segment. Okay, Ramyadeep Datta is having a question about suggesting online courses on digital marketing. Ramya, what we will do is I will, after this session, maybe I will do a LinkedIn post around the session which I normally do for each session, and there I will, with the Jadebai's help, we will write down the like Moz is there and other are there. So we will list down few things, and you can go and refer that. Okay. How can one find internship related to SEO? Nandini is asking, sir. And is there a possibility of her working in TechSolve?
Possibly, and you can drop a email on hello@tej9, tej numeric 9.com. My team will review it and they'll get back to you.
Okay. And
Now,
any other way in which she can find, or any other person who can find internships online in the field of SEO? Will
so
what?
there is a certain site, Internshala and few other sites who are for interns. So
Okay.
go check their boards. Many companies are posting their internship requirement there. Try to filter with SEO stuff
Okay.
or join this kind of conference. I also co-founded one Twitter chat called SEO Talk.
Yeah.
So you can be part of that kind of Twitter chat. You meet with a lot more like-minded people. Approach them. People are open to discuss this all stuff. People are happy to help.
Okay. Extending this question, so is it helpful as a person to join a digital agency or a marketing agency in SEO, or a company who is working, who has a seat for SEO? So where will the learning curve be more?
So as an intern, you might not have very depth knowledge for the product. So you need to understand where you are able to gain the knowledge in agency or in company. In company, if you are a very senior person or a good dedicated team, and they might help you, it is good. If not, agency always has this kind of resources in house.
Okay. Okay. Sanket Patel is having a question. Can you infuse keywords on FAQ page?
So what Sanket, what infuse you want to mean? I mean, I know English, but how you want to use infuse word for keyword?
Okay, I think Sanket, we will need more clarity on the question. Let me get on the other question. Prerna Gupta is asking, can we have this video link? Prerna, we will be sharing the. I think Hem shared one video link. Others, I think we will be sharing soon. So, while learning SEO, is it mandatory to have technical knowledge? This is a
Not
question I think a lot of people have.
Yeah, not mandatory but preferred.
Okay, preferred in a way. So suppose a lot of people say that you must learn Python and those kind of things if you want to do those things. So is
Just
it a
to,
myth or is it there?
just to clarify, I don't know Python.
Okay,
But
great.
yes, I know what are the problem areas, and I'm able to say that problem area to tech teams to get a solution. So
Okay.
that knowledge you must have.
And is coding, basic coding required, like front end coding, while we change metadata and those kind of things? Is it a compulsory thing or?
Advisable. So I mean, being a human, you can get help anytime, but few things advisable.
Okay. So basic things, I think it will be advisable if you learn. Okay. How should we pursue this field? Like step by step, what checkpoints to cover? I think Karthik, a lot of things were discussed, but again, if Jadip bhai, you can summarize that in a way.
So Karthik, that depends on your learning curve, and so there is no predefined step A, B, C, D kind of stuff. So keep learning, and especially not only learning, you start implementing that things, because there are n number of videos available on YouTube and over the web. But if you're not able to practically implement it, because you can't ride a horse by reading it, you need to ride a horse.
Exactly.
And in fact, every horse is act different.
Yeah. So
So I'm driving a car, but if someday Sahil offer his car, I'll check accelerator brake first before jumping into car. So everything is different. You need to do practical stuff very often, and that is only way to learn the SEO. Nobody taught me SEO. I learned by myself. I keep on doing lot many experiments. I'm still doing it.
this is going in the key takeaways, that is for sure. Okay. Next question is Nimi is asking, PBN links are still effective. Sorry, I don't know the full form, but if Jadip bhai.
A private blog network (PBL). So
Okay.
Nami, it depends if your Google is not able to find that PBNs, they might be effective, but the moment Google detect you are using PBN, you or your site might be in trouble.
Okay. So suppose there are people who say in $100 they will be giving you around 80 backlinks from pages which are getting 10,000 or more visitors every month. So that is the thing that I think she's talking about, right?
Yes.
Just for the explanation of
So
other people.
okay, so generally what Google focusing on earning links, not creating the links.
Okay.
So rather than making PBN, Nami, I'll suggest to build network. So if I want to publish a post in any good site, for example, your story. So a few days back, when lockdown started, I wrote a blog how this impacting on Indian e-commerce industry, and I published on your story, and I got on a link from that thing. But that is, I try to, I your story was is our client. That is different thing. But I try to maintain relationship. So if I call Sahil and say, Sahil, I want to publish blog on your XYZ site, will you allow me? He will of course allow me. So I guess in 2016 or 17, I wrote an article focusing more on relationship building other than link building. So
Okay.
nowadays, Harsh Agarwal is a friend. So shout me loud. So whenever
Yeah.
he comes to Ahmedabad, he used to visit my office.
Okay.
So if I want to publish anything on Shout Me Loud, I just pick up a phone and talk with. But Harsh now keep doing lot many international travels. So I drop a WhatsApp message first and then. But you need to maintain relationship with the industry, and if not, try to develop a relationship with them. That will help. PBN is a fancy word, but you need to invest lot many money for it. PBN.
Hmm.
And with a risk, one day Google, it's like Narcos movie. Everybody want to love Pablo Escobar till the second season last episode.
Great. I have one more question with that. So, is the pie enough if somebody wants to start into SEO? Because the thing is there for last 10 years now. So, suppose it is graphic designing is there on internet, it is still new. Digital marketing is still new. So, Kaushal has that question. For pursuing a career in digital marketing, will the paid certification program from Google be enough, or he has to do an MBA?
I'm not an MBA.
Okay, you have an example, Kaushal, in front of you. I think there are a lot of digital marketing people in digital marketing who are not MBA, but that might help you in further because if you get
It will help. So
yeah,
Kaushal, it's I mean, so doing fancy, I'm answering this, but yes, any knowledge like MBA or any other things would help you eventually. So we all learn trigonometry, right?
yeah,
But I able to implement when I'm playing Angry Bird.
True.
So I mean, other than that, I haven't used trigonometry.
I think people
So
are loving that example.
so being active speaker and in personal life, I'm very witty person.
Yeah, so if you follow Jaideep Bhai on his socials, you will just do laugh emojis on his things. So he is a very good person to follow for funny things, and those are very practical funny things.
So
Great.
in fact, when I was in Mumbai for one meeting and client suggested me, you are so witty. So I was about to say you are so churchgate.
Oh shit, that's a bad one for my end.
So we yet not sign a contract. So I
Uh,
try stop myself like control the control.
Control. Great. So I think we will take this last question from Utsav.
Mhm.
And in how much time Google shuffle their pages?
Shuffle Google keep crawling your pages anytime. So it depends on your site, depends on your frequency, how frequent you are updating your content, etc. So in case of Times of India, it might be couple of minutes or couple of seconds. In your or in my site, in once in a week or once in a month or once in a fortnight kind of stuff.
Okay. There's one more question. How SEO works for voice search? I think you are a person who is very bullish on that thing. If you can
Yeah.
shed some light
So
on that.
Aditya, we wrote an article. You go to page9.com. We wrote an article. So voice search is all about your zero search. So who, I mean, when any article ranks on zero position, so there is high probability they will appear in voice search. But still, it is not. I mean, in we generally work more B2B clients, so they are little larger and we are still not want to optimize practically for voice search. So I might not able to answer very depth, but yes, we wrote a couple of articles and newsletter around it. So you can check our website blog section there.